Good morning, dear students. Our lesson today is distance between 2 points. Let's remember something we have studied before in first prep. We have a number line. The number line, the point in the middle is 0. The numbers to the right are the positive numbers, and to the left are the negative numbers. If we have a point here, which is A, and a point here, which is B, and we want to find the distance between point A to point B, and we are going to write it as AB equals. Most all of you are going to count the distance between A and B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the distance between A and B is 8 units. Only intelligent students will do something much better than this. They are gonna subtract 3 minus negative 5. So the distance between A and B is 3 minus negative 5, and the answer would be 8 units. This is most easier than counting the units between A and B. Our lesson today is how to find the distance between 2 points in the coordinate system. A is 1 and 2, where 1 is the x coordinate and 2 is the y coordinate. And also for B, 4 is the x coordinate and 6 is the y coordinate. Let's find the distance between A and B in a traditional way. This is the lattice, and we put A and we put B. Okay, let's use the pen here. The traditional way to find the distance between A and B is join A and B. Now, we are gonna draw a right angle triangle. So, let's drop a line from B till this point and draw a line from A to the same point. So this is a right angle triangle and this is C. We must remember that we want to find the distance between A and B. This is the distance that we want. Okay, can anyone tell me the distance between B and C? Yes, most all of you will count. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. But only intelligent students will subtract. Let's see, subtract what from what? This distance from C to 4 is 2 units. And the distance from B to this point is 6 units. And we want to find the distance between B and C. So we're gonna subtract 6 from minus 2. 6 is y2 in point B. And 2 is y1. So 6 minus 2 is 4 units. So the first step, y2 minus y1, it's 4. Now, let's find the other side, which is AC. From A until 2, we have only 1 unit. This is 1 square, 1. And from C until that point, it's 4 units. So to find the distance from A to C, we're going to subtract 4 minus 1. 4 is and 1 is. 1 is x1 and 4 is x2. So 4 minus 2 is 3 units. So this is our second step. x2 minus x1 equals 3. Now we can find AB using Pythagoras. This is the hypotenuse. So AB power 2 is 4 power 2 plus 3 power 2. The answer is 25. The last step is square root 25. Now AB is 5 units. Now let's count how many steps. The first step, we find y2 minus y1. The second step is x2 minus x1. The third step, we're gonna square y2 minus y1, adding to the square of x2 minus x1. Then the last step is square root the answer. Now we can find the distance. Let's do something like this in this question. The first step, it's y2 minus y1. Let's write it. The second step, it's x2 minus x1. Let's write it, which is 10. And the third step, we're gonna use Pythagoras. AB power 2 equals 2 power 2 plus 10 power 2, which is 104. So AB will be square root 104. Now we must write all these steps in one rule. Let's see the rule. If we have 2 points A and B, A x1 and y1 and B x2 and y2, to find the distance between A and B is square root y2 minus y1 to the power of 2 plus x2 minus x1 to the power of 2. Now we summarize the 4 steps in one rule. Let's do example. A, this is the first point, B is the second point, and we want to find the distance between A and B, which is AB. If A is negative 3 and negative 5, and B 5 and 0, can you find now A and B? Okay, let's do it together. It's square root, open bracket, y2 minus y1, and 5 minus negative 0, it's 5 to the power of 2, plus x2 minus x1, and 5 minus negative 3, which is 8 to the power of 2. Use calculator to find this, and this is the distance between A and B. Another question. This is A and this is B. Okay, let me see what you're gonna do. Yes, negative 1 minus 7. Use your calculator, please. Excellent. It's negative 8 to the power of 2. Plus, okay, 4 minus negative 2, which is 6 to the power of 2. Now use your calculator to find the distance. Another kind of question. Oh, we have the distance between the 2 points, A and B. We have point B, and we have missing part of point A, which is B. Let's see how can we find something like this. We're gonna write the rule of the distance between A and B. AB equals 4, which is y2, minus B, which is y1, okay, to the power of 2, sure, yes, plus negative 1 minus 5 to the power of 2. But we already know AB, which is root 61. Use your calculator to find negative 1 minus 5. Okay, it's negative 6. Okay, can you make negative 6 power 2, please? Thank you. It's 36. Now, what we should do? The most mistake that we see in the exams that students move root 36 to the next side. But we can't do something like this because we have square root here and square root there. So we have to remember an operation that cancel this square root and this square root. Do you know what's the operation is? Yes, squaring both sides. Let's write it. Squaring both sides, which means make root 61 to the power of 2, it will be 61, and put power 2 here around all of this, so the square root will cancel with the power 2, and we can write it such way. Okay, now we're gonna move 36 to the next side. So 61 minus 36 equals 4 minus b power 2. And 61 minus 36 is 25. Now we're gonna make square root for both sides because we have power 2 here. I'm gonna write this. Square root both sides. So the square of 25, it's positive or negative 5. Most mistake is 5 only. It's wrong. You must write one time is 5 and one time is negative 5. Okay, how can we find b now? We move forward to the next side and divide by negative 1. So b will be negative 1. This is the first answer. And here b will be 9. This is the second answer. This is our lesson today. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.